this one it's well, yes. Alright. So this one we're coding architecture. Well, so it doesn't stop, but we can start. Hi, hello. Welcome again. Another day, another ASMR topic. And today it's about Goths, which was a significant Germanic tribe, and their role in the collapse of the Roman Empire and the creation of the power medieval kingdoms. Well, the Goths might have originated from Scandinavia. Some ancient sources suggest that Goths originally came from Scandinavia, particularly the island of Gotland, which is in the Baltic Sea. They later migrated to the southern shores of the Baltic Sea into the Eastern Europe in the 1st and 2nd centuries. They split into two major groups. The Visigoths and the Ostrogoths, or Visigoths are the Western Goths, and Ostrogoths are the Eastern Goths. Each group has its own historical trajectory, with the Visigoths settling in Spain and the Ostrogoths in Italy. So initially, the Goths were pagans. Before their conversion to Christianity, the Goths practiced Germanic paganism, and their early religion involved pantheon of gods and deities, similar to all Germanic tribes. The birth of the Gothic alphabet, Ulfilas, a Gothic bishop, created the Gothic alphabet in the 4th century to translate the Bible into the Gothic language. His translation is known as Gothic Bible, and was the first known translation of a Christian scripture into another language. So, Arian Christianity was the Goths' first faith. When the Goths converted to Christianity, they embraced Arianism, a variant of Christianity that differed from the Nicene Creed. Arian Christianity believed that the Christ was subordinate to God and Father, a belief that later led to the conflict of Nicene Christians. primary skills or attribute of the gods, they were skilled horsemen, and they were known for their mastery in cavalry warfare. Well, their ability to fight on horseback gave them a military advantage over the enemies, including Romans, which were more powerful on pedestrian troops. And maybe this was one of the ways that Goths overcome and won many battles against Romans. And that's why they became dominant force in Europe after the fall of the Roman Empire. So this one's done. Okay. Well, so this one is done. I think this one is done. Did you know that Gothic kings were Roman imperial symbols? Well, their kings adopted many Roman symbols and titles. For example, Theodoric the Great, an Ostrogothic king, was depicted in a statue wearing Roman military dress and holding a Roman scepter. Yeah. So they adopted the Roman symbols and behaviors. The Goths built a short-lived empire in the east. The Ostrogoths once controlled a vast empire, stretched from the Black Sea to Baltic Sea, including parts of modern Ukraine and Belarus and Poland. And this was before their empire was destroyed by Huns in the 4th century. The Visigoths created one of the Europe's first legal codes. The Visigothic Code, or Lex Visigothorum, was one of the earliest codified legal system in the post-Roman Empire. It sought to unify laws for both Goths and Romans, and influenced later the European law. Theodoric the Great was educated in Constantinople. Theodoric, the Ostrogothic king who ruled Italy after the fall of the Roman Empire, was educated as a hostage in Constantinople, modern-day Istanbul, as part of a peace agreement between Goths and the Eastern Roman Empire, which was also known as Byzantine Empire. Did you know that, like I said at the beginning, the Goths split it into major branches, the Visigoths and Ostrogoths, but later they became rivals. The two Gothic factions, Visigoths and Ostrogoths, were not always allies. They frequently engaged in local conflicts, with each other eager to gain more power over new territories. Wow, that's interesting. Wow, one of the major facts that the Visigoths are known is they sacked Rome for political, not just military reasons. The famous sack of Rome in 410 CE by the Visigoths was partly driven by political motives. Well, the Visigothic king Alaric sought to negotiate a better position for his people in the Roman Empire, and he attacked Rome and sacked it. But when the negotiation failed, he done this. So this is how Rome has fallen, and the last part of the Western Roman Empire ended, and in history it was the milestone of beginning of new era, the medieval era. The Goths' relationship with the Roman was complex. Well, they were remembered as a conflictual tribe, especially with Rome. But they had also complex relationships with so-called Roman Empire, or whatever remained of it. Many Goths served as mercenaries in the Roman army. Yeah. Well, so okay. Gothic women held significant roles. Well, Gothic woman society could hold important roles, especially in the royal family. Gothic queen often acted as a regents for their young sons and played roles in the marriages. Yeah. Well, back then the prince and princesses were used as some sort of political currency with marriages, just to keep good relations with other kingdoms and empires. It was very often back then. The Gothic language survived longer than expected. Well, throughout the Goths, Gothic legacy disappeared after the collapse of Gothic kingdoms in the early Middle Ages. Isolated communities in the Crimean Peninsula continued to speak language until 16th century. The Crimean Gothic dialect is the last known remnant of Gothic language. Very interesting history ASMR lesson, right? Again, of course, I hope you enjoy, because I think some of these facts that I enumerated, there were some untold facts about rich, intricate history of the Goths and Gothic legacy. Well, it's far more than a simple portrayal of them as barbarians, invaders who destroyed Rome. Well, this is the well-known attribute or nickname for all of the Roman Empire enemies. They were all barbarians. Well, the Goths and contribution to the European culture, love and religions continue to resonate even today. Thank you for watching, and until next time.